Hi, my name is Newell Davis with Wormiculture, and today we're going to do another update of our bin that has actual compost in it from Leaf Grow, and we're going to see how it's doing. Last time I checked it, I didn't really need to do anything. I just sort of mixed it around, and it looked good. So we're going to see if that watermelon is gone, and we're probably going to add some more food today. So let's take a look. All right, so here's our bin. Bin C, I have that for compost. And let's just take a, oh my gosh, look at this. There's a ton of worms on top. They're all over the lid here too. Let's just see if we can show you here. So something's not right in the bin probably, if I had to guess. They shouldn't be all crawling all over the top like this, but look at this. Okay, there's a ton of worms in here. They're all over the top though, which is very, very unusual. So something's wrong, because they shouldn't be. They should be in the material. Let's just dig down in here, see if there's any worms in here. I'm not seeing anything in here now. Let's just see. Yeah, this is not a good sign to see worms all over the top of the bin trying to escape. So something's not right. So I don't know if it's just get this worm right here that's kind of getting out of here. Make sure there's no other worms escaping right now. Okay, so it feels moist enough. I mean, it feels like the right moisture level. I mean, it kind of clumps together, but it's not too bad. But there's definitely something going on in here. So I don't know if it's there's a lot of worms on the filter pads there. So I don't know let's just see. Let's just dig down in here. This is by the watermelon, or where the watermelon was. I am seeing some worms down in here maybe. Yeah, there's not many. But there are some worms down in this area compared to the other areas, but I don't know why there's so many worms on the surface here trying to escape. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple different things here. Okay, there's more worms over here. They seem to be congregating around a lot in this corner right here too. There are a lot of worms in here. I'm wondering if maybe there's too many and they're trying to escape to get away from each other. I don't know. Because look at this. I mean, I can pick up a handful of worms here. That's not normal for my bins. Normally usually it's a sign that they're too dry. But this doesn't feel dry at all. Not like the compost bin where it was like almost like really dry. So we're just going to mix this around a little bit. We're going to add some more food. And maybe there's not enough food in here for them. Maybe that's part of the problem. But I mean, they're all over the walls here. It does feel pretty dry in some areas. But see, I mean, this sieve looks... I can't get a drop out of it. So maybe it's a little dry. But it's not bad. I mean, I've definitely had it where it's really, really dry before, so I'm going to keep digging around here a little bit. So look at that. Look at all the worms on top there. Those were all on top of the bin, which makes them easy to get if I wanted to take them out of here, but not good for composting. So we're just going to sort of mix it around. Now, there's no smell to this at all. I mean, I can't smell anything. There's no good smell or bad smell. I'd say normally you kind of get some good smells with the, if it's doing well, you kind of get this earthy, wholesome smell. But I'm not even smelling that. So I'm wondering if there's something that is really off with the bin here. So let's just see. You know what we might do? I'm gonna dig a. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna dig right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab something. I wasn't expecting this, so what we're gonna add. I have some ready to go. I always have some ready. These are some crushed eggshells. Maybe we're going to see if they need some more grit in there. So we're going to add some crushed eggshells to the top. And these have been sitting for a while. I keep a whole bunch crushed up, ready to go. And we're going to mix these around in there. And I've heard multiple times, I'm going to warn you again, if you do this, you're not supposed to breathe this in, okay? In fact, I'm going to blow that away from me so it's not going in my face. So there we go. There's a whole bunch of crushed eggshells to the top. We'll see how we're going to kind of mix this in a little bit. And maybe that'll help it out a little bit. Maybe that'll kind of, maybe there's something in here that was sort of acidic or causing some issues. I know I've been adding a lot of coffee grounds to it. Maybe they're sort of building up with some of the, maybe there's something in there that was slightly off. So we're going to do that. We're going to dig out this center section now. And this is where we're going to add our new material, or our new food that we're going to add here. So what I have here, actually let me just, no, never mind, that's not going to come off. I had some ice on here. I was thinking I would just add that to add a little bit more moisture to the bin, although it's not bad. What I have in here are some frozen apples that had that were bad when we bought them. They were already rotting out on the inside when we took a bite into some of them, and we were quite surprised by that. But instead of taking them back, we just decided that we'll just cut them up and throw them in here. So, a whole bunch of apples in here. I think that's pretty good. I don't want too many. We're going to bury them in here, obviously, to keep them out of the reach of other bugs and pests. And we're going to just let that like this. So there's surprising development this time with all the worms on the outside. I mean, like, you can still see them trying to climb out here. I've got some on my gloves still. But I mean, like, I'm going to just scrape them off the side. These are just from the side. That one little side right there. See all the worms right there? I mean, they look healthy, which is good. But I'm wondering if there's just not enough food in this bin. I think that might be the issue. I think I might need to add more food to this bin more often. I think there's so many worms in here. I mean, there's plenty of moisture on here, I think. But look at this. I mean, like, that's just, you know, from this scraping from the sides. I've already knocked a bunch down from when I was mixing this up. So, actually, real quick, what I'm going to do here is also, I've got the lid, and I've got worms here on the top. I'm just going to kind of grab those. And I will say that this is dry, so there could be a little bit of a dry issue with this, so I'm going to have to add some water at some point. I try not to add water to my bins too often. I figure the food's going to be enough, but hey, you know what? Stuff happens. Sometimes you just need to do what's easiest. There's a whole bunch in here. I'm trying to get most of these out here before I crush them with the bin. I put the lid back on. And that's why I always look to see if my bins, if the lids are moist when I open them. So that's why, I mean, you can tell this one is very, very dry. There's no moisture on the lid. So I'm wondering if it's just too dry now that I think about it, instead of something going bad. But hopefully these apple cores will add some water. So, and that's it for our update today. So it looks like it was dry. Surprisingly, the watermelon, I guess, had just finally let go of all of its nutrients, and it was, or water, and it was in the bin, but it wasn't enough. So that's our update for our compost bin. If you like these videos, please subscribe and like this video so that way more people will see it. Thank you. Bye.